Criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. Available public and private sector data suggests that the outlook for employment and inflation has not changed.
Overall, while the labor market appears to be in balance, it is a curious kind of balance that results from a marked slowing in both the supply of and demand for workers.
From the audience in advance, we won't have time for questions from the audience live.
The volatility of the markets and the dramatics that we can experience with the economy.
And then we'll be able to act. Fortunately, our policy stance is in a good place for us to do that.
Region for the last few weeks, mostly before this week's news.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices. Thanks very much. Low. If you go back 2 months, people were saying that the likelihood of a recession was extremely low. So has moved up, but it's not high. Inflation has eased significantly over the past 2 years. Total PCE prices rose 2.1% over the 12 months ending in September, excluding the volatile food and energy categories.
Second term, along with Drs. Brainerd and Cook and Jefferson, recent confirmations. And I'm meeting with Chairman today and Secretary Yellen to discuss my top priority, and that is addressing inflation in order to transition from a historic recovery to a steady growth that works for American families. Excuse me. Jay, the floor is yours. You're over this side.
The supply and demand imbalances related to the pandemic and the reopening of the economy have contributed to sizable price increases in some sectors. With vaccinations rising, schools reopening, and enhanced unemployment benefits ending, some factors that may be holding back job seekers are likely fading. Good afternoon and welcome.
Michael McKee with Bloomberg Radio and Television. So I guess the question is
the overall economy is growing at a moderate rate. Household spending continues to be strong, supported by a healthy job market. Of concern or of intention as opposed to outcome.
Right. And so over the last 10 years, right?
In Jackson Hole, Wyoming in August, you spoke about the challenges given the Fed's dual mandate.
Inside the Federal Reserve, we understand that monetary policy decisions matter for American families and communities.